Hi there, my name is Suze and I'm a divine feminine energy healer and guide. I first of all want to thank each and every one of you for being here and really express some deep, heartfelt gratitude. I have had some tremendous growth here on my channel in the past week, and I really appreciate each and every one of you who has taken a moment to listen to my message, let it sink into your heart space, and are subscribing and dropping the comments. Some of the comments that have been left behind are just such beautiful outpourings of love and support for me, and I so appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I feel so seen and valued, and I really appreciate your messages and your support. So today, let's talk about the two types of loyalty. Two types of loyalty. This message today is actually kind of sort of a sequel to a video I did last week, my most watched video to date, where I was talking about be very careful of the person who makes you comfortable. I did that last week. Go ahead and check that out. You may want to pause this video and go see that one first and come back here, because this is kind of like part 2 of that conversation. I had such an incredible response from all of you about that video that I wanted to take it another step deeper of something you can actually do now that you have this awareness of a potential situation that you might be dealing with in your life, or waking up to a consciousness around people in your life. It's great to know these things, but then it's like, okay, what do I do with this information? And that's the intention of this video today. So I want to talk about the two types of loyalty. And loyalty is an energetic aspect that I feel like can trip a lot of us up and can keep us kind of stuck or stagnant in life situations or with people, or really stunt our own growth from moving forward in our lives and really being even more big and powerful and self-realized when we get in this energy of loyalty. And so if we understand there are two types of loyalty, and obviously loyalty is a energetic quality to be admired, and it is a positive, use that term loosely, positive energy that is a good thing to have in our lives and to embody and integrate. However, there are two types of loyalty, and I feel it is very important to understand where people in your life or situations, places in your life, where they may fall, and then show you from there what maybe you need to do about whatever the situation is. This may also help you if you've kind of recently had kind of this like nagging feeling in your being somewhere about things that need to go. And this can even be physical possessions. This can be clutter in your house, or things that you want to donate or get rid of or sell, or anything around the idea of, letting go or cleaning things out, letting go of things to let in the new. Anything around that stirs up this element of loyalty. So the two types of loyalty are loyalty to your past or loyalty to your future. And in the realm of loyalty to future, I'm really loving the word devotion and dedication. I personally love the word devotion. It's an energetic word that feels so good for me and is a really great centering point for me when I am working on anything in my life. I've done videos in the past, this was a while ago, really turning the idea of discipline, like, being disciplined in my work, or being disciplined in my manifestation, or making things happen. The word discipline really hits me and a lot of people in not such a great way. And there's instantly this energetic resistance to the idea of discipline. And it is very masculine kind of a word. So I'm going to have some issues with that. And I know a lot of other women do. So can we switch into the idea of devotion? Devotion has such more of a loving, a cherishing kind of dedication to it, of your process, of your life journey, of the unfolding of your manifestation, your creation. Devotion feels so much better. So put that word in the idea of loyalty to your future, devoted to the life, the reality, the energies, the love, the money, the abundance, whatever it may be, that you want, your heart's desire. Loyalty to that, devotion to that is one bucket of loyalty. And then loyalty, I don't want to use this word here, loyalty to your past. People are really good at falling into the bucket of loyalty to past. And this is where it gets really hard for us to maybe remove ourselves from communities or circles of people, networks of people that at one point in time definitely served a purpose to help us along our development, our evolution, our growth, our soul's ascension journey. Yes, they did. They served a purpose for a season, but maybe they're not meant to go with you into the future. They do not belong in the basket of loyalty, devotion to your future. And this is the kind of person, the loyalty to your past, this is the kind of person that's going to completely fall under that video that I did about be careful of the person who makes you comfortable. Now, this is the thing of how you can identify this person even more, right? This is the person that, and this is all around identity. The word identity is fascinating to me. You know, you in your journey, you have many different identities. If you are on a growth path, you will recognize this because as you grow and you expand and you evolve, your mind opens up, your heart opens up, everything opens up to perceive things differently. And as you perceive things differently, more graciously and with less and less judgment, your belief systems change, your value systems change, and therefore your identity changes. Taking this in a spiritual frame as well, spiritually, if you are truly on a path of spiritual growth, enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, if you are on that spiritual path, you're working on noticing your wounds and rewriting the story of your life, rewriting the wounds. And instead of running from them, you're incorporating them into who you are. You are bringing your wounds, your darkness, from the darkness into the light. So your identity and sense of self and who you are and how you feel about yourself, how you view yourself, what you want, what you are worthy of having in this life, all of that is going to change. All of that falls under the big umbrella of identity, how I identify myself, of who I am. And the problem with the people who are in the loyalty to the past bucket is they only see you in a very small identity and most likely a form of you, an identity of you that you have outgrown. So how they interact with you, their perceptions that they project on you, their level of emotional maturity or immaturity, most likely, their emotional immaturity and lack of holding space, lack of helping you grow is going to be projected on you and is going to keep you there. Because they're not changing their identity, they're not working on themselves, they want to stay comfortable where they are. So they're not going to be able to see, acknowledge, identify, validate the growth in you. It's going to make them uncomfortable. So they are subconsciously, and again, I'm not saying that these people are ill-intentioned, evil people. It's just a lack of consciousness, a lower level awareness that you have outgrown, and they're still perceiving life and anyone in their reality from this lower perspective, a more limited, narrow awareness. So it's really dangerous because if you stay with them in a very intimate connection and relationship, in the sense that this is someone you go to about your inner struggles. These are things that you go to this person if you're confused about a life decision and you're trying to figure out what to do about something. It's very dangerous to be having an intimate type level relationship, vulnerable relationship with someone who is loyal to your past, a former version of you, a former limited identity of who you actually are now. And they might even advise you about things that, again, things that would have worked for you before, but they're not going to work for you now because you're in a whole different space. You know, it's like, I love the metaphor of like the baby and a newborn child and a baby and all the stages of development for all humans as we are, newborns, then we're infants, then we're toddlers, preschool, going up through all the way through to adult. There's so much to be gathered in that journey that is so paralleled to the spiritual journey or the, energetic personal growth inner work journey. There's so much to be seen of similarities. As a child, as a baby, as a newborn, all they can handle is milk. But they outgrow that and they need more. They need heavier things. They need solid food, real food. And even that is a journey from, mushy pureed food and maybe some Cheerios or whatever. You start there, but eventually you go all the way to real adult type food, right? And you can't, as you outgrow the milk stage, you can't keep just only having the milk. You have to graduate to the next thing in your diet that is appropriate for the needs of your body in the new identity, the new space where the body is in the physical development. It's exactly the same with these people and these energies that we become ingrained with, enmeshed with. You have to be very, very careful. My intimate life, the big things, the struggles that I'm working through internally. Am I going to someone who is loyal to my past and wants me to stay there where they are because that makes them feel comfortable and it doesn't challenge them to grow? It doesn't trigger anything for them that they could potentially work on and see? Or am I going to the person who is loyal and can see, has the vision, has the maturity to hold space and validate and encourage and uplift me to keep going towards my future? Is this person as loyally dedicated and devoted to this future that I want? And are they going to help support me, uplift me in getting there? Or is this person loyal to the past and wants to keep me there so that they don't lose me? I really hope this perspective helps as we're moving through a lot of this kind of energy right now in our world of recognizing things need to go and having a hard time maybe of releasing relationships, releasing people, places, things that, were a really great part of our lives for a certain season of our lives, but they're not coming with us. And the loneliness that does happen along this journey sometimes can be very profound. And that's often something that comes up in client calls with me of in this transition period, of coming out of this past into the future. There's almost like this void space in the middle that feels very lonely. And you may only have one or two people that are still coming with you into the future and are not being left behind in the loyalty to the past basket. So if this message is resonating with you and you find yourself in this transition period, or you're really needing some help in moving through that void into your new reality, your new timeline, your new identity, your new everything, I am accepting new clients. My email is in the description box below if you want to reach out, schedule a healing session with me. But my goal in all the sessions is always to create that safe space, not comfortable, but safe space that will give you the confidence and the validation, the support, the uplifting, the guidance to help you step into that new future that you are so desperately being pulled into, but you just need a little extra support in getting there. Shoot me an email in the description box below. I can't say that word today for some weird reason. And I'll be talking to you guys soon. Thank you so much again for being here. I so deeply appreciate each and every one of you. Have a beautiful rest of your day.